City Learners Class. Learning made simple.
It's good to have you back to City Learners channel. Welcome back. Now let's proceed from where we stopped in the previous video. Recall that we have talked about the meaning of factors. Factors of given numbers. Still on factors, of course. And also remember that we have talked about the two methods that we can use to find factors of given numbers. Factors of given numbers are numbers that can divide the given numbers without any remainder. Now, we're going to proceed to the second method, and that is the multiplication method. I have explained to you in the previous video how to use the division method, and now we're going to be using multiplication method. Now, before I go ahead, I need you to understand that your multiplication table will help you in this method a lot. The knowledge of your multiplication table, that is multiplication table from the one multiplication table to two multiplication table, 3, 4, 5, and so on. The knowledge you have gathered there is going to be of good value to this multiplication method. Example, find the factors of the following numbers. I'll let us use the same set of numbers that you used in the previous video. 6, 8, and 10. These are the numbers we used. And I recall that I did just A and B and left C for you to practice on your own. And I would like to have your feedback in the comment section. Let's go ahead. Solution. A. We want to find the factors, numbers that can divide 6 without a remainder using multiplication method. What am I going to do looking for the factors of 6? It's simple. What are two numbers that I can multiply together and the result will be 6? What are two numbers that when I multiply them together, I will get 6? And that multiplication is going to start from the one multiplication table. So if I multiply 1 by 1, I will get 1. 1 by 2, I will get 2. If I go then, I'll discover that if I multiply 1 by 6, I will get 6. Then I will need to write this under the 6 here. I like to do it this way for clarity. 1 multiplied by 6 gives me 6. And that is that about one multiplication table. The next will be the two multiplication table. And I'll start by 2 multiplication table. By 1, I get 2. 2 multiplication table, 2 by 2, I get 4. 2 by 3, I get 6, which is the given number. So this is what we are looking for. I bring it down here. 2 multiplied by 3 gives me 6. Then I move straight to 3 multiplication table. 3 multiplied by 1, that gives me 3. 3 multiplied by 2, that gives me 6. 3 multiplied by 3, that gives me 9. You see, this is what we are looking for. 3 times 2 gives us the given number. But here is what I want you to note. We already have 2 times 3. So we are not going to repeat 3 times 2. If you already have 2 times 3, and in your next multiplication, you have something like 3 times 2. Since you have written 2 times 2 down, there is no need writing 3 times 2. For instance, if we get to 6 multiplication table, of course, and we say 6 times 1, that gives us 6. 6 times 2, that gives us 12. This is what we are looking for. And you can see that we already have 1 times 6. So there is no need of writing 6 times 1 because the two numbers that we multiply together have the same value. 1 is here, 1 is here. 6 is here, 6 is here. If you continue with this method from the 2 multiplication table where we stop, moving to the 3 multiplication table, you see that you get 3 times 2 equals to 6. If you go to 4 multiplication table, you won't find 2 numbers multiplied to get 6. If you go to 5 multiplication table, you won't find 2 numbers. So in this case, we can conclude that all these numbers multiplied together are factors of 6. How do I put it? Therefore, 1, you have to write them down in ascending order. That is from the least to the big numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 6 are factors of, let me manage my space, are factors of 6. 1, 2, 3, and 6 are factors of 6. Why? Because all these numbers can divide 6 without a remainder. Let me proceed to B. B, I have 8. The same thing we did when we are looking for the factors of 6, we're going to repeat the same for 8. So, 1 multiplication table, 1 times 8 equals to 8. In the 2 multiplication table, from 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3, it is 2 times 4. 2 times 4 that will give us 8, and that's what we're looking for. So 2 times 4 equals 8. Now, we move to the 3 multiplication table. 3 multiplication table, 3 times 1 is 3. By the time you multiply 3 times to as many numbers as you can multiply, you won't see 8 as your answer, meaning that 3 is not a factor of 8. So we move to the next multiplication table, which is 4. 4 times 1 is equal to 4. 4 times 2 is equal to 8. So this is what we are looking for. But remember what I explained earlier. 4 times 2 is equal to 8. 2 times 4 is equal to 8. The two numbers we are multiplying together are the same value. What do I mean by that? 4 is here, 4 is here. 2 is here, 2 is here. So you don't have to rewrite it. What do I mean? You don't have to bring 4 times 2 here, since you already have 2 times 4. So moving ahead, if we go to 5 multiplication table, saying 5 times 1 is equal to 5, 5 times 2 is equal to 10, you already see that the value we got in the second multiplication is more than the given number. So 5 is a no-go area. Now, if we move to 6 multiplication table, you will experience the same. 7 multiplication table, you will experience the same. Then 8 multiplication table. 8 times 1 is 8. And as you can see, we already have 1 times 8. The same case with 2 times 4. We already have 1 times 8. 8 is here, 1 is here. So there is no point rewriting it. So we can conclude at this point that 1, writing them in ascending order from the small to the big number. 1, 2, 4, and 8 are factors of 8. Meaning that 1, 2, 4, 8 can divide 8 without a remainder. And that is what the multiplication is all about. Multiplying two numbers that can give you the given number. I'm going to be stopping the class here. I would like you to encourage us by subscribing to this channel, share it, comment, like, and click on the notification bell. Be the first to get the next video that pops up. Thank you very much. We love you at City Learners. Bye for now.